So here we go with another update to our ongoing game, Forum versus the designer of the game Order and Opportunity, Making of the Post-Cold War World Order. So it's the EU turn, and we have the instructions from the forum. So it's the EU turn, and we start here with the development. We get private capital, placing it down here in Africa as an Africa development event. It brings certain event effects into play. Opportunities. Is the EU able to resolve an opportunity? Yes, there's one from we can pick in North Africa. Draw a replacement. One goes into the Levant. And then the commands. For this, let's open the EU hand window. The instructions where to use this event here, rules-based order, and in particular the event option to remove a horizon event in a theater with your presence. So let's do that. Let's play these two cards. The consequence, first of all, for two military suit cards is a decline in the world order contribution. The EU goes down to 2, and then we play the rules-based order to remove this red line, Russian red line card. Then we have the second card left to play, the Western Alliance. So this is a bit of a question mark. What is the best thing here? China has a very useful reaction ability here in Europe. This is one that can react to economic and political actions and allow China to place economic influence. And economic influence is, of course, here blocking the Brexit talks, world event from being resolved. And down here, the Chinese are in the race for engaging with the nativist governments popping up in the Balkans. So to really put the foot down on this issue is to use the Western Alliance card to simply remove the Chinese economic influence here in the Balkans. This will not provoke a reaction from the Chinese because this outsourcing reaction ability is not able to react to military cards. So that's probably the best thing you can do at this moment. And so the Chinese economic influence is sent back to the player mat. Tension marker, however, gets placed into the Balkans as a result of this. And the world order contribution declines as a result of the contest action, declines all the way down to 1. And this subjects the EU to the -1 resource penalty because they've failed to uphold the moral standard. The EU holds 2 opportunities, so they don't have to pass yet. It's probably a good idea to stay in the round still and just simply declare a pause at this moment and let the Russians go ahead with their turn first. And so we start the Russian turn, drawing a development card. Polarization check. Here on the player mats we can see it's only the United States who has any polarization, 1 level. One way to deal with polarization checks is by way of playing these cards that give you the ability to avoid all the effects of a check. The American Dream card is here one that the US has in its deck, and the other powers have a corresponding card of a different name. So this can simply be discarded to avoid the effects of this check. So in order not to risk any VP losses, let's just simply play that to avoid the effects of polarization. The American Dream lives on. Then we continue the Russian turn into opportunities. Well, Russia is not in position to resolve anything, so we continue into Russian commands.